A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a swirl of political controversy, New York City mayoral candidate Zohran Mamdani, a self-proclaimed democratic socialist, has found himself at the center of a fierce debate following his resurfaced comments regarding law enforcement. Since winning the Democratic primary, Mamdani has faced intense scrutiny from both sides of the political aisle, particularly for his refusal to distance himself from the phrase "globalize the intifada," which many critics interpret as a call for violence against law enforcement. The situation escalated further when a 2020 interview of Mamdani on the Immigrantly podcast went viral, bringing his controversial views to the forefront of public discourse. During the podcast, Mamdani made a bold assertion regarding the New York Police Department. He stated, "If you look at the history of the NYPD, you can see that we have invested in a system that functions in many ways to punish poor Black and brown people." This statement has drawn ire from various political figures and commentators, who argue that it undermines the efforts of law enforcement, particularly in a city that has seen significant progress in reducing crime over the last few years. Co-host Mark Halperin challenged Mamdani's stance, questioning the notion that police should not be called in cases of domestic violence. This prompted a response from Dan Turrentine, a former Democratic Party advisor, who expressed his outrage at Mamdani's comments. Turrentine, who has a history of working with prominent Democratic figures such as Hillary Clinton and Colorado Governor Jared Polis, articulated his concerns on the Morning Meeting podcast. He stated, "I'm almost speechless. Like, that is so enraging. It's crazy. I hope it hurts him." Turrentine highlighted the importance of police officers, particularly in a city where public safety is paramount. He lamented the dangers faced by police officers daily and emphasized the need for a mayor who supports law enforcement rather than vilifying them. The backlash against Mamdani has not been limited to Turrentine. Former Trump press secretary Sean Spicer, also a co-host on the podcast, weighed in on the domestic violence comments, ridiculing the idea that social workers could adequately respond to violent situations. Spicer asserted, "I don't want someone to come in and ask them about their feelings. I want them to protect me." His comments resonated with many listeners, who echoed the sentiment that police officers play a critical role in ensuring public safety. Critics of Mamdani's comments argue that they reflect a broader trend of undermining law enforcement in favor of alternative approaches to public safety. Turrentine articulated a fear that if prominent Democratic leaders like Hakeem Jeffries, Chuck Schumer, and Kirsten Gillibrand do not stand up for the NYPD, it could have dire consequences for the city's safety. He reminisced about a time when New York City was considered a hellhole due to crime, contrasting it with the relative stability seen in recent years. As the political landscape continues to evolve, the implications of Mamdani's comments may extend beyond the mayoral race. His rhetoric has sparked a nationwide conversation about the role of law enforcement, particularly in urban areas where crime rates have fluctuated dramatically. Supporters of Mamdani may argue that his views reflect a necessary critique of systemic issues within law enforcement, while opponents maintain that his comments could jeopardize public safety. As the election draws closer, Mamdani's campaign will likely face ongoing scrutiny regarding his views on law enforcement and public safety. The reactions from both sides of the political spectrum indicate that this issue will remain a focal point in the race for mayor of New York City. With the stakes higher than ever, voters will have to consider the implications of Mamdani's rhetoric as they head to the polls. The debate surrounding his comments serves as a reminder of the complex and often contentious relationship between law enforcement and the communities they serve, raising questions about the future of public safety in one of the nation's largest cities. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.